see whether Zeus does want to pull the trigger. Ah, yeah, Yasuo makes the most sense. Yeah, 100%.
Could be...
Oh, they're locking it in. Never mind. All right, so let's be a bit serious for a moment, as of course Yasuo was one of the original counters into Nam many years ago. I don't know whether the matchup is still as good.
It gets pushed in, but right now, on this patch, not so much. As Willer is coming over here for an early gank.
Yeah, Closer is going to come in, as there's the Shifting Sands. Faker's done that one before. Of course, Azir is his most played champion by about double. But Double Scuttle is going to come through here for T1 as Carrier.
Bubble hits.
Did he get bubbled? Exactly. There's the flash forward. Envy looking for the second kill as well, as First Blood goes to Kyle. Oh, bit of a disaster here for T1 on the bottom side, and the Live Sandbox bottom lane just continuing to blow my mind.
Owner is over here, but with enough minions here, I don't think he can actually pull this off. Stops his back.
Oh, Kyle. Oh dear.
The bubble.
Prison is pretty good, but still going to be the kill going over to the Vi. So they even things out, but First Blood Gold still there.
Specific thing I noted going into this series when looking at the pre-game interviews is that Kyle was like, I really am worried about the late phase. Like, that's my biggest concern. It's been great so far.
Yeah.
Closer coming up here. Zeus, see if he gets caught. Has flash.
Can get through this minion wave pretty comfortably as well. As you can see, he's setting that one up. Let's see whether the funny business can come through. So smooth.
But at least the Yasuo hasn't gotten too much further ahead. This is going to be him handling this.
Yeah, the Zeus perspective.
Carefully backing away. Sees the Gnar timing. And his whole movement and everything about this is just zoning out the Gnar. He's like, I'm going to move away from Gnar range, move away from Gnar range, and then flash.
You just knew exactly what they were doing as well, as he's calling it the entire time.
His
I'm going to drop the Herald.
That there's no way he flashed Cyclones, although now he's seen.
Yeah, there's the flash forward. Carrier gets the polymorph down as Envy gonna get flashed on. Gumushi desperately wanting to get, and he'll pick it up. The final burst fire is going to get there, but now the Cyclone doing a bunch of work. Gumushi trying to kite it out, but it's not going to work. Oh, the bubble's so good, as Kyle's got 3 kills so far this game. Is that going to be the 4th? No, it's not. He is going to give one over to his jungler as well.
Oh, man.
The most fed Nami I've seen in a long time. Well, as now Gumushi just dashing forward. Another bubble is of course going to land, because Kyle doesn't miss those. As finally, Envy's going to pick up a kill here in this bottom lane, and Gumushi
gets all the way over that big fat wall.
Yeah, as Envy's found Faker. Faker is going to try and get out, and he does so as, the chicken's not going to get angry at him. Well, can T1 actually get this wraparound as Kyle not going to be the target? I thought he might be because he's so fed, as Envy's going to be able to get out of there. Close up, finding the angles, though. Perfect execution going to come through. The Yasuo's dead already. Gumushi trying to stand his ground, but it doesn't work. Double kill now for the Wukong, and I think Live Sandbox are doing it well.
I mean, this is the kind of play you make as T1 where you're like, I've got this pocket of vision, I'm going to punish, but there's so much peel between the Cyclone and that Navi ultimate. Closer looking for a solo kill.
Emperor's Divide goes completely wide. As Faker, he has the ability to walk over the wall. Closer, not so much. He's in the Thunderdome with all of these Sand Soldiers. Now trying to get these Qs to land, as there's the backflip, and that's the solo kill.
Sandbox, but still so much gold, and then Closer finds Faker, who's just trying to come down here in the side lane. And there's just no vision here for T1, and it's such a rare game of T1's lack of vision here, because they usually have such an advantage at this state in the game that there's just no surprises. But Faker getting caught with his pants down a little bit here too, and
it doesn't even need to flash as well.
Yeah. Willer's response.
Yeah, Closer.
I love Willer, man.
He's actually the cheerleader for his team. Remember, he was doing this for Bertle as well.
He's kind of the damn Daniel guy, you know?
Yeah. And I believe Closer just, no, never mind. I don't know what kind of world we're living in, but it's a world where I do need to make that statement. As, all right, Ona is going to come in, see whether they can actually protect this. As Zeus in a whole bunch of trouble, he's just going to get taken down. As Ona as well, going to be eviscerated as Closer just cleaning up the backline. Perfect execution is beautiful, as Faker is going to push the Akali into Gumushi. He has to flash, does manage to make it out as Faker grabs the kill. On to Closer, flashes out as well. I mean, it was a sick play from Faker, but everybody else is dead, guys. It's possible, but unlikely.
Yeah.
What it kind of feels like at this point. But the gold lead has not really been stretched too much. The Sandbox do need to try and figure out a way to close the distance. As Closer, he's got an idea. He's thinking, I'll just kill this Yasuo. And he does so. It's going to be Willa grabbing the kill credit for it. Bertle's on the bottom side of the map. But it's now a 4 versus 4 because Zeus is dead.
Yeah, Yasuo not too great at the champions that could just circumvent his mobility like that and stop his win wall from getting value. Is now, this is going to be the go button on this Baron.
Get in for a steal, but look at this. The positioning's fantastic. Bertle's there to try and get the Gnar as he dives over the wall. The wallop is just so good, and they were so prepared for the turn. It was beautifully done. Closer dives on top of Faker one more time. 5-point strike, that's the ace, and Liv Sandbox will win game 1.
Liv Sandbox starting off with a bang here, Atlas. I mean, there's not much else to say. Start to finish, clean laning, punish plays over and over and over again, and Kyle, 3-1 and 13 on this Nami, almost 100% kill contribution in this game. The guy was nuts, he hit the bubbles. T1 made some risky plays from behind, and now it's one man against them all.
Yeah, this is the Yasuos that I'm used to seeing. We thought it was enemy team Yasuo, it was my team Yasuo in the end, as these Nexus turrets not long for the world. But this was basically flawless League of Legends from Liv Sandbox. They end the game with a 10,000 gold lead. Envy also just doing so much work, and you can see these damage numbers aren't that high because this game was over in 26.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was a stomp. We'll go because obviously if you hit the Scion instead of those backline targets, you're going to have a terrible time. So Bertle will be tested very heavily here against more reliable poke in the Corki. And, you know, we get all the way down to the end. And Willer's just going to play another game of Wukong, it looks like here. A lot of defensive options you could use very strong into Valkyrie engages or package engages.
Settling themselves and realizing that they're not going to be able to roll over the top of this one. 73.2% win rate here for Faker on the Corki.
Yep, it's
been playing it for a very long time.
42nd game, as you were mentioning, it's his third most. It was tied with LeBlanc. Since past it.
There you go.
Here comes Miller.
Be in trouble. We were talking about this. Gets the boot back as Zez just going to walk it out as best he can. Hasn't flashed yet, guys. Is going to flash eventually. And yeah, Liv Sandbox, it's flash for flash in the top lane. So honestly, now the attack continues. Envy moving forward. They look for Gumayushi, who takes a lot of damage, but Envy, he hasn't even flashed yet. Is he going to? Yeah, he does finally. And now that is a dead Varus. Really beautifully done from Carrier. Picks up first blood. I thought Kyle was going to die there, but nope, able to snipe him.
Really?
And that was weird positioning.
A really peculiar choice. They wanted to make a set play with the grenade there. So here's the Emperor's Divide.
Yep, Faker is just going to trade that for another Valkyrie as he looks to turn it on to Closer.
Eat something here before this Rift Herald fight. This is very risky.
Yeah, there's a Glacial Prison, and Closer should just die. Emperor's Divide comes down, and they just head into that one for a bit of fun. And Liv Sandbox, because of that, cannot commit to this Rift Herald.
Yeah, not at all. And very questionable call here from Closer, just stepping forward here.
Well, we're going to see another play as into the top lane comes Ona, and Permafrost is going to hit onto Bertle. He does have Flash available, but he realizes that he's just dead anyway. And now there is a Rift Herald available, not even going to be put down on this top side, as T1 are in such a powerful position. I mean,
can we make it viral? Like Woody grabs Bertle and he's like, hold up, you bought the wrong item. We might want to undo that one.
Yeah, I think so. As Ona's going to come in, Will is here as well, but they are very far behind. Bertle going to be the first one to flash away. Oh, the knockoff is so good, but unfortunately, it's not good enough. Zayas can just keep charging these, and he's got another Soul Furnace. That's going to be the double. Ona here just in the nick of time.
And, I mean, okay, hold up, Faker.
Another delivery to the turret, as Faker has a lot of Sand Soldiers to contend with. Closer trying to set up for this one, has Leandri's. Oh, the last auto's not going to be there.
Doesn't flash for it.
Okay, well, Carrier's just going to throw a full combo into Closer, and he sets up for it. Even Bard going to come through.
Into the most confident game of all time. I don't know. Envy, you sidestep this one, you might be dead anyways.
Well, the flash comes in. Great Light Binding is going to connect, though, as Kyle is going to get taken down. Gumayushi is all over the place right now on this Caitlyn, most mobile champion in the universe, apparently. Willa lying in wait. Liv Sandbox, can you find an avenue to to do battle here, as one Lucent Singularity is enough to zone them out. Okay, Envy. Another cleanse is going to come through. It's a decent Cyclone by Willer as Gumayusi's in an awkward spot. The Emperor's Divide is going to pick him up, but it's a trade for 2 already. That Light Binding was so sick, as Kerry is like, you got POG, Kyle? Where's mine? As I think he might be able to get at this game. Zayas is going to pick up another kill on his opposite number. The Gore Drinker, unfortunately, not doing what it needs to. Certainly like a few things that you have to ban right now is Willa going to be cycloning, but look at this. Kerry's just keeping them in position alongside Ona. Envy in a bunch of trouble as well. Just look at all of the damage raining in from everywhere. It's a double kill for Gumayusi's angry about dying earlier on as Faker's flashing, lands the blind rocket into closer. That was a solo kill somehow. Of course, everyone with a decent score this game.
With his crown, obviously he can be up more in the thick of things into,
okay, Ace in the hole gets the kill. That's another one. Carrier sets him up, and Gumayusi spikes him down. They're just playing volleyball, man.
He could be up in the thick of things with the crown doing stuff like this, but he could also be in the face of a cycloning Wukong. He could be in the face of an engaging Azir and shut those down, as now he can help clear this vision here onto the Baron. And, I mean, he's not afraid of anything. He's like, I'm looking for another Light Binding. Where are you guys coming? You guys trying to walk through here?
Well, Willa, he has stolen these before, as Ona says, well, we're not going to let you. Jay's going to go down first, as Closer. Can we actually fight this, Live Sandbox? Can you fight this?
Okay, this is going to be a long con flank.
Yeah, and he's moving up as Closer doesn't find the Emperor's Divide. Bertle trying to make his way in. Closer goes golden as now Envy has to deal with Ona. Zayas is going to move in as well. Can he find it is the question, as Faker will go down. Maybe he does die in his 800th game, but I don't think he's going to lose. Light Binding will connect onto Bertle, who dives on in. Does have to make his way out, though, as the Warrior Trickster clone is going to be taken out. And now the flanking Gumayusi, absolutely terrifying, as Willa absolutely nowhere to go. And there it is, the final headshot will come through. And there is the ace for T1. To lose that fight, Faker does go down, but one kill, not going to be the end of the world. There's a package delivery, as Faker will go golden. What the heck is that package damage? That's 2 kills from just package Valkyrie combo. It's revolting. Emperor's Divide going to be used onto Ona, as the Q from Zayas doesn't land, but look at how tanky these boys are. They are just not taking any damage whatsoever.
It's the messiest ace, or the fastest and like, just bloodthirstiest ace I've ever seen. I mean, 20,000 gold. 20,000 gold. Does feel like if you watched the D+ versus Live Sandbox series and then you fell asleep and just woke up and watched this one, you'd be like, oh man, nothing has changed. I think that 6-2 might be a typo in the top right. It is arguably more one-sided than the last one early on this season. T1 bringing it to a 3rd game. Not much to see here.
No, absolutely not. Oh! They're trying to make us forget game 1 just a little bit, as now they're going to go for some kills. Willa in the bouncy castle as Bertle dives on top, manages to take down Carrier, but the Nexus will fall as well, and a big grin on Faker's face, as you can see. T1 clapping back there in game 2, and now
the 2 roughest parts for me for Live Sandbox in this game, because the rest of the 15 minutes that happened after that were kind of irrelevant. We have seen historically the early game very poorly.
He did it again, but the other way around. You love to see it.
And I mean, this Elise Sin pick can be very strong in the early game into Elise.
Just letting us know that they remember that we're on 13.3, and that is very, very cool. I want to shout out to our boy LS, just to say that the Orianna wasn't picked. Is a difficult matchup for the Annie, but it's going to be the Azir this time.
Yeah,
it's not too bad into it.
It's really difficult to pick Orianna here and just assume a ranged version of basically long-range engage with a little bit of burst damage when played as support like this. And, you know, we'll get to see what this looks like because Carrier didn't, die at level 1.
It's 121 games. Oh, man. That's put T1 in a great position as Ona lands the Q. I love this guy's Lee Sin, man, as he flashes on top of the Azir, but it's a decent little snare, but he was holding onto the turret aggro. Faker didn't want to flash. He saw that the turret shot was in the air. And he's going to use it immediately. Got to make sure that you get these things on cooldown. Let's see whether he uses it now. There it is, and Faker, the first blood solo kill.
Doesn't even need to flash. calm and collected as Willer.
Yeah, he's going to try and get one back onto Owner here as he goes up into the sky, comes back down, and there's the kill, but it's answered immediately. Gumayushi picking that one up. Carrier now trying to get these stuns down, but it's a double kill once again for Kyle, but Faker is coming. Flashes forward, gets into the shroud now as Envy, hit by the backflip. Faker, are you going to go back in? The answer is no. They're going to eat some honey fruit instead. They're just a little bit peckish, and that is absolutely fine. Big boulder toss onto Zeus. He wants the stun. Leap strike. Has to get out that ward. Ooh. Throws a house at him as now Zeus throws out the ulti, but he's put himself back in range. Another leap strike comes in, and man.
He knows he's got to be somewhere, right? Now he sees him.
Yeah, there's the backflip. Emperor's Divide comes through as Faker's hit by the cocoon. It's the special delivery. As he dives in, he wants to commit to it. There's the perfect execution, but Closer, he'll just set up the Sand Soldier and grab the kill.
Old soul fights.
It is definitely telling a story about how this game is going, as I'll hold that thought. Owner's going to move over. Cocoon is going to layer that CC. Leap Strike gets Zeus relatively out of danger, but now the bear comes down! Oh no, bears versus spiders. You know, you always take the bear on that one, as good night Karma as well. Bertle now underneath his turret. Is he safe there? The answer is yes for now. True Shot Barrage.
We saw just last game. Okay, hold up.
All right, we'll see whether Gumayushi can actually win the 1v1 here, as the Burst Fire has been landing quite effectively. He'll close the gap, and Envy gets into the brush and picks up the solo.
And how these fights can go.
Yeah, let's have a look at this fight one more time, though, because a few of these Qs went wide, and if he lands one extra one, guys, it is a dead Ezreal.
And a few of Envy's Qs like blocked by minions and stuff. He plays it so well.
진짜. 말도 안 된다.
He's like, I can't believe it. Yeah.
Willa can dive in, and it looks like T1 are just baiting a team fight. They just want to be able to get a turn, as there's the Flash Bear. They'll dive on top of Envy, who uses all of his dashes, but he cannot escape. Kyle, so incredibly low, and Faker just dives on top of him. Willa gonna get taken out as well. That turn was just beautiful, and T1 will now take the Baron for real.
And this is one of those moments where if you're in the coaching booth, you're gonna be screaming and pulling your hair out as Liv Sandbox. You knew Carrier was on the edge there. You saw him for just a brief moment. You were checking constantly with those cues. You had the Spiderlings coming in to try to identify him. You saw him once.
As Liv Sandbox pushing forward. It's getting dangerous though, as there is a lot of darkness around them. Faker is going to sweep this, knows what's going on, as Closer is looking to turn this on to Owner. Can the kick actually work out is the question. The answer is absolutely not, as Faker dives on in onto Envy. The backflip is nullified as Faker goes golden as well. True Shot Barrage is timed a little bit off, but Closer's still going to dive in on top of him. That backflip, just barely missing, and Carrier locks down the kill on the Ezreal in the end, and now Zeus looking to tidy it up. Man, it was so close to Liv Sandbox finding it. And Willa, he's landed a few of these. Let's see whether he can get it. As Zeus, he runs at the enemy team and then ends up in the Baron pit. It is going to be secured by Owner. Willa goes golden, but he's now just in the back of this pit, and all hell will break loose. Kyle going to be targeted by Owner, does manage to make it out at least for a moment, but I think that is just it. There is the ace. T1 will move to sole possession of first place here as they round out the first round robin of Spring 2023 with a victory.
Carrier looking like he's probably going to pick up the solo POG tonight. Atlas with this performance on the Annie, catching Envy out. Liv Sandbox so close,
yeah,
but so far in Korean variant. 잘 먹겠습니다. Interesting that he would speak Japanese there jokingly there at the end. I mean, he does end up doing 8,000 damage this game. Notice his early game damage very low on this Andy because he was just holding stuff.
This is what we know Carrier wants to lock in. Big Nautilus fan will be a pick that initially T1 composition looked like it could go in a more poke, long-range direction with Varus, assuming it's going to be lethality, and the Victor as well. What we're seeing now is that with the Sejuani, the Nautilus, and the Aurelia looking a lot more like a comp that might want to brawl in the early to mid game, as the Draven R5 coming through here. That's adorable. I just was watching the crowd. Hold up.
No time for the crowd. Owner is going to face check, and he is going to go down. First blood. We got level 1 action here. T1 seemingly winning this one with Carrier leading the charge on the Nautilus. His passive very strong, but Silas also incredibly strong at level 1.
Still
Jovi's
going.
going to force another flash here from Zeus, and that will be the end of it. The Annie gets a kill, but guess who else gets a kill?
To ensure that Doran wasn't going to get dove.
Here we go again. Ignite actually used as Keria is getting a big chunk onto the light. He will go down as now Pays on the
Tempo.
Draven trying to extend.
As, Owner, this time around, not going to get spotted. Very awkward spot here. Peanut is in the general vicinity.
They're just going in. They want to force this flash. I'm not sure that Doran is going to even go for it. He's got the Mega Gnar, and he still goes for it, but it's late. All right, let's see if Zeus in the picture-in-picture is going to bite the bait. Yes, he will, absolutely, as he is in his W's trying to get on top of Doran, and he is not going to be able to trade it back. Peanut, you know, it's Owner.
Just dive him on
Peanut's
the
here
next wave.
too, but Owner already extremely tanky, and now they're winning the 2v2 on the bottom side too. Guma does take a big chunk as the Ignite is a bit late. It's level 6 for Zeus. Here he hits the huge stun over the wall. Zeus, you gave him this matchup, and he is taking it.
Not only is T1 winning the topside matchup, but they're doing so while drawing attention from Peanut, so Peanut doesn't get to snowball the bottom half of the map,
Yeah, and they're killing him too.
and they're killing him, right?
잡았다.
I got him, he said.
A very tough affair.
Owner's just going over the wall, and okay, not going to be able to smite it away, but here comes T1 looking to take the fight afterwards. Owner in a lot of trouble, but he is getting that stun on Chovy, who will be the first one to go down, as Ingo's Peanut will trade it back. The mid laners are down, but look at Guma just doing that damage, and Keria has full health! The support is getting in there, he's looking to take everybody out, as now Peanut is like, well, I'm not going to be able to take down Guma and Owner as they back away very nicely, and Keria is just going to be able to alley-oop that kill over to the side of Gumayusi. So a big fight win again to T1.
Used to go to on Silas as Pays.
Yeah, Pays is not a flash. He is in a lot of trouble as Owner is coming forward here. And there's the burst from the arrow from Guma downtown as now Peanut is desperate to try to trade one back. And he will be able to, as Delight now trying to do that damage. Owner doesn't have much himself, but
Tibbers?
yeah, Tibbers is really getting in there. Our 5th champion in the trade. Tibbers getting that damage in as Tibbers might be able to get the last tip, but no, it will be Peanut who steals it away from Tibbers. As now Chovy trying to get in the front line, a big Nautilus ultimate onto both. As Faker in a little bit of trouble, just not quite a flash yet, but Chovy doesn't have the damage yet, I don't believe, as he will get hooked under turret, but, you know, Chovy's pretty tanky at this point. Also going for the Everfrost build, actually.
Zeus has flash.
Let's see.
Doran is in mid, trying to get Prio there.
Chovy with Sedge ultimate trying to frontline and trying to bait out hooks. He's going to get one. Interesting teleport. Just wants to be on the side of his team.
Doran able to actually charge up his Narbar up on that wave.
Well, now he's going to be in the front line as they're trying to burst him down before Mega. Can they do it? It looks like no, as Owner's going to be in that front line, takes a massive amount of damage alongside. But look at Zeus in the back line and Chovy as well. Who's going to win this backline fight as the Draven is just shelling into the Aurelia? Zeus will be taken out as Guma pushes them away. Chovy also taken down, though. A lot of low health bars on the side of Gen G, as at least they have their jungler, though. Peanut sticking around.
T1 can contest here, don't have to.
Okay, it looks like they want to take the fight afterwards. The steal attempt not working as Faker is getting jumped on. He's got a massive shield, but it's not massive enough as Doran going to get hooked by Keria on the backside of the fight. Definitely a nice big one for the side of T1, but look at this engage for Gen G now. Chovy and Peanut in the backline, and Chovy's just so tanky as well. Zeus tries to access the backline, but just gets demolished by the Draven, who picks up yet another kill as Gumayusi is gone. Down will go the T1 members, and down should go this Baron for Gen G.
That re-engage from Peanut.
Are they? Is he really going to try to steal this? I mean, this is kind of close, actually, as he's getting into the pit. The Chaos Storm is there as well. The damage, it's there, and it's stolen! You gotta be kidding me! They let the Sejuani in the front door! As now Faker's probably not long for this world. But the Baron is stolen away. Exactly how this will turn out, but oh boy. Guma just backing in mid as Peanut is trying to assassinate him by himself, and he's gonna get punished! As he goes in alone, look at his reaction on the cam too. He's like, oh no.
Yeah, that was.
He's having a great time though, as Peanut.
That was 700 gold over to Guma. And now we're going to go into this next fight with
yeah.
the gold again being dead even.
It's a big shutdown. I think that it was interesting timing. There's like no objective really to take as, this is not good timing. Peanut, no trickster, no way out of this one, no flash. He's even gonna Cyclone. Just in desperation, Peanut will get caught out as Zeus is also just gonna die.
We're taking it. Do need to get out now, though.
Oh, they're both going to get ever frosted here. As nice buff for Owner might not be as lucky, but maybe able to turn this one around. Delight in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. And look at what happened to the Draven. He just ran straight into the Victor damage. As down will go Pace as well. And now Doran is just on the run. This game is a wild goose chase over and over again. As Doran will be able to get out. And so will Chovy somehow. But that is going to be Drake and kills to the side of T1.
I stand corrected. It was actually T1's Dragon. I'm sorry, T1. I didn't know. My apologies. That is it's the Varus flank, of course. With everyone's position being known.
Well, Zeus might answer the question for us as he's going in onto Chovy. Is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it should be. As Chovy is still on the run and he will be able to get out. Flash expended.
Yeah,
or Zeus.
Zeus doesn't have vision. Chovy also crucially missing his stolen ultimate there, so it's not even remotely close. Now Genji has a really aggressive position here.
Faker is just running into them, did not have vision of this. He's got a massive
Tibbers TP!
Tibbers is going to be very useful, and now Guma's in a lot of trouble as well. The gank brush works out for Genji, and they will be taking down this Baron. As Peanut.
The game it's just chaos.
Oh, Owner's still here. But yeah, he's just going to dash away. Just try to survive as Nautilus returns to the Rift. And he should be going down eventually. You'd have to imagine Genji, a massive step forward now in this game. Not looking as balanced as it once was.
That might have been the breaking point of this game. Valdez, is Peanut going to die?
Okay, the lights here. We got GP here. Zeus is just going in on this one as Peanut with a excellent bait in this case. He's got stopwatch as well. That is another kill for the Draven.
Oh.
And of course the game does not end there. The fighting, rather, as Faker 1v2. Cyclone and tons of damage coming in from the stolen Chaos Storm. Faker is incredibly tanky. I keep saying that, but he keeps dying, so it's probably not true. Not compared to the damage that Gen G have. We're at a point in the game now, 37 minutes in, where I'm not sure if you want to give away a free Baron, though. Obviously, Hextech Soul is gigantic. Like, it is just insanely massive, right? But it seems like they don't want to give this away. And like I said, you give them 15 seconds. This Baron is going to go down as it should be taken here by T1. Yes, it will. And the front line of Gen G is being ripped to shreds as Dorn is going to miss his Meganar. As we do have Paze in the back line just shelling axe after axe into this front line. And it should be enough damage. After all, even through all of the GAs, is a massive flawless duet does come in. Faker is alone up here in the jungle somehow, as he should be taken out eventually, as even the Boomerang to slow him down. Chovy will take him, and Zeus is the only one left. He's trying to stop this mid-wave, but it doesn't matter. They're just going to push in top.
Not going to be enough. Chovy picks up more kills, and this game number one, Valdez, gonna go to Gen G. Took a little bit of time to get going, but once they started team fighting, they didn't stop.
They did not stop, and that is going to do it. The Nexus turrets will fall, and so will the aforementioned Nexus. GG! He's having a good time. Chovy the most damage in the game, even though the Draven was what he was.
Well, the interesting thing was Chovy still had an incredibly low amount of deaths in this game, so even though the big moments came from, I think, Delight and Paze.
For Keria. And Renekton.
Yeah, now with the confirmation that it will indeed be Jay's top, Renekton. I assume Renekton with the Crawler's Claw build coming out here, and yeah, it's Claw in Dutch, so that one is that one is dangerously close.
Crawler's Clown.
Claw. No, just Claw to get more autos in, but also to sustain. Even though it has been nerfed repeatedly, still going to be a nice little boon. And we did see the win rates for T1 on all these champions. Faker's just their dings too, which is good because it's getting in somewhat dangerous territory. Still has Cookie, still has Potions, still has a Doran Shield. There's this ward. A false sense of security here for Chovy.
It's a cheeky one, and guess what? He's not even going to mid. He's like, yeah, Kassadin, whatever. I'm going to bot lane because that is where my bread is buttered. And
level 2.
He's right at this point in the game, as Peanut is looking to dive mid. So we're going to get the mega zoom out here from Jonah Strong. Faker in a lot of trouble. He did hit level 3. He's trying to trade this one back, even flashing to try to trade it. It's not going to work. His first blood will be given over to not Chovy. It will go to Peanut.
And might be able to look for it. Level 3 now for Carry Anguma.
Here comes the TP, though, and the Cocoon will land, but it's immediately cleansed by Pace, as it's Chovy who actually TP'd into this one. And yeah, he'll just come down, clear out some wardage. And back away. Pace pretty low, though, as the flash comes in. Keria is looking for it. He wants the kill, but that is not actually going to work out for him.
Might be enough to zone Pace off of this wave, though. We do have Peanut here as well. Oh, he really wants to at the very least get the experience here, but looks like it's not going to be the case.
Oh, they're trying to dive on a Delight here as Owner will go up. And this is a massive Pierce! Goes through the two of them. T1 will force the dive by any means necessary. As now even Faker's here. Faker's level 5. Not even level 6.
No, Peanut's gone.
Can't even jump. Owner is, yeah. Okay, that's going to be the end of him. Keria picks up that kill, and that is 3 on the board now for T1. Keria's using Flash to get small advantages in the lane, so might as well, right? We're getting in there once again. This dive not nearly as clean as the last one. They see Peanut, and they're like, well, let's take it slowly, but here is the follow-up. They reset the aggro. They're going in onto Delight, and they will be able to burst him down. The aggro, though, is onto Faker, but they can't take him down. It's another 3 kills into the pockets of T1 in bot lane.
Game 1 was very competitive, very fun, very back and forth. I am worried that this game will not have any of that.
Oh, they're actually trying to go in on this one. A bit of a 3v3, but here comes Keria. Trying to frontline for this one, a big shock blast into that back line, and it looks like Genji not going to chase any further into the jungle. So not only that, but actually they're looking for a bit more on the Peanut, who will have to flash away from this one. Faker still on the chase. It's like, please, I beg of you, can you please let me farm? Faker's coming in here as, Owner comes down from the rappel. That's a free kill over to Genji. As now the chase is on, though. T1 very far ahead. They will try to force this one. Peanut in a bit of trouble. He's going to get wild growthed up, though. As look at the damage from Chovy now. He's got the Ludens completed. He's trying to get on top of Gumu, who has to flash, and Pace is given the shutdown. And all of a sudden, we might have ourselves a game. Lose from here, Chronicler. Jovi's like, you know, I'm just gonna take this into my own hands, right? Because he's the one who sets up the play. He's the one who sets up this teleport as well. Zeus will actually flash as all of the T1 fans are like, yes! And then he dies to the laser.
탄다? 탔어.
Might be one of the worst ones, except Chovy. Is Chovy
teleporting.
어디일까?
Where is he?
쏠게.
Look at his spacing too. He backs away so that Zeus can get on him. But he's obviously still in range, and then
풀까지 빼고 죽였어.
I got him. And we even got his flash.
Faker picking up some early kills and already being level 11 is good because that is the insurance policy, right?
Throwing everything into Chovy here, really trying to get onto this Victor. Chaos Storm onto him, and that will be enough.
Big.
Victor flashes in, gets the Victor. So they finally get Chovy out of this game.
There you go. That's money. Ooh, who's baiting who?
Oh, they see a hammer guy.
They know there's 2.
Yeah, they should know that it's Zeus too, but they have Delight coming on in, and the Wild Growth might be enough. But Note's going to go for the Polymorph as he doesn't have Wild Growth. The slow coming in onto Zeus will dodge the whip, and the Gore Drinker value is massive as Zeus will not be taken out, and Owner and Keria come in and punish as 2 kills go the way of Gore Drinker Jace. As Peanut and Doran, will they beat themselves in again? The answer is absolutely yes. They get torn to shreds. as Peanut looks to be down as well. That is Chovy picking up a little shutdown there as well as Pays. Maybe looking for a bit more himself as there is a Kassadin. Another kill as well on to Chovy here, so double kill. Even they are getting zapped, right? So Peanut looking to draw in a lot of attention and potentially bait them into a fight. That was him on the forefront. Now the Wild Growth as they have so much damage though. T1 trying to turn this one around. Keria maybe a little bit too far forward as Chovy jumps into 3 people, and no, it was just an elaborate bait the whole time. As now Pays is on the backline. Doran will get the kill, but Pays is all alone. And he will have to flash over the wall here. Faker is just hunting for people. As Peanut and Doran should be able to survive against one Kassadin who's not level 16, but a massive fight once again for T1.
Right, Pays ends up going down anyway.
Oh boy, here we go again. This just never ends. And Chovy's dead, so that's huge, but Pays still alive and Guma's getting pretty low, but doesn't quite matter because T1 have 5 carries on their lineup right now. Even Keria is doing immense amount of damage here. So Peanut's gonna go down, he's gonna be chased through the jungle. No hope for him. That kill will be fed to Faker, and now we're just gonna have a T1 brand Baron taken at 24 minutes. Okay, well, the fun never ends as Guma is being baited in a little bit. You see Keria nearly dies, and now teleports used. As both teams just never-ending fights as they throw a lot into Peanut, though. You can see the health bars of Peanut and Doran actually taking a big hit in this trade. Keria will have to back, but you know, no fate's call at this point in time. So the chase is on. Wow, he actually just, he just dies to another arrow. And these guys are just falling apart. Down they go, T1, the slow and steady push with the Baron buff. They've only got 15 seconds left, but I think that's 15 seconds too many. Probably don't even need it at this point. As the poke is huge, the chains go in, Faker goes in as well. And nothing is going out. They are all in under the turrets. Pays desperate to do something with the Wild Growth underneath this turret and underneath this Nexus, but the damage is just too much. Faker, oh, okay, they gotta hit the Nexus actually. That was a little bit scary there. Lots of low health bars, but T1 will get it done in the end. It was just, one guy can't do it alone, and, you know, I mean that in the way of the victor himself and how fed Chovy was, right? Gen G as a team trying their best. But yeah, T1 overall just way too good at snowballing the early game, as you mentioned, and they snowballed it into a 12,000 gold lead at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm on point with these mouth reads today.
The Veldanalist, his skills at reading pro players keeps getting better.
I'm the mouth
and better.
I'm the lip reader here on the
Oh, this would be yeah. There are still a number of pivots available.
Oh, okay. So a Jin support. Keria, Annie is mid.
Yes.
Yep.
Assume it will be the Jin support. I haven't seen Keria play Varus support yet, I think.
Here comes Peanut. He's on vision. The heal already used. And flash. As Keria's like, no. This is not the way the spot lane will play out tonight.
But now, do you have Keria and Guma moving over a little bit earlier?
Uh-oh. Did they go too far? Always the question. As a lot of damage into Peanut here. Delight as well. Super squishy at this point. And Faker is looking for it, and so is Owner. Trying to extend that queue as Pays will be forced to cleanse as we are walking on the thinnest tightrope of some of these plays.
No one dies.
Hey! There we go. Oh, it wasn't 75, it was 74. Oh, there you go. So first time for Faker on Annie.
So Papa would have known that as well.
Yeah.
He would have said, no, this is the first.
Yeah, he would have.
In mid.
Yeah.
As...
Ooh, he's going to extend that stun. There's the Q and a bunch of damage coming in. And there it is, flash on in, but Doran is baited. As Zeus just laughs in his face and flashes away. He will win the 1v1.
Oh, he didn't have to go for that.
Oh, and here we go again. A lot of trouble for Guma. He's going to have to flash here, but Pays has got an axe for his back. As now, Pays going to get an early cash in this game. Pays, what are you doing? Okay, he's just trying to kill him, and he nearly dies himself. That is a stack of the rune here for Keria.
Uh-oh.
And here we go. Peanut is here. Can he stop them, though? Faker's level 6 with Flash. Here we go. Tibbers, say hello to my little bear. As that is going to be a lot of damage already onto the Gen G bot lane. Make it 2, and Peanut is just like, well, I got to try to do something, right? But Keria baits him in, and that is a double kill for Gumeyusi. As Chovy's like, well, I'll just kill Tibbers, I guess. That'll make me feel better.
Yes. And unlike the previous game, where we had, in game number 2 in particular, a very clear scaling disadvantage for T1, even with... Oh, Faker is got spotted.
Uh-oh, he is looking for more. There's the root this time from the Jin. As Pace will be forced to flash away from the scary bear. As Peanut should be able to secure this one. Just gonna smite it down, so at least Gen G pick up the Rift Herald.
It's not even his most iconic champion because, you know, that's Jace or Kennen.
One of
But
his
this is the champion he debuted and then looked incredible, so I probably cursed him.
Okay, well, they see you. Can Zeus jump to the south here? He's going to run straight into Peanut as, yeah, you're not getting out of this one, buddy. As, okay, he's got a flash, though, as Doran's going to flash first. And they got the kill.
Flash first to show dominance.
You know, yeah, it's like, I don't need my flash. As now Faker in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get arrowed. He's going to get poppied.
With Owner, but outside of any lethality Jin.
Uh-oh. We've seen this before. As tons of damage already into the Ash, but an arrow just traded. Now Chovy's in a lot of trouble. Double Cyclone should come in here. As there's the second one gets knocked up. But take a look at Peanut's Poppy, just going to knock away Annie.
The Gen G composition, while it does have a lot of powers in teamfights, scares me as Faker.
Oh, Faker, he tries to zoom ease away from that one, but he is going to get taken out by the Draven, of all people. As, meanwhile, Poppy died.
Really clean setup there to allow Pace to actually get his cash in. Well, while this is happening, remember, we also have the play on mid, and Peanut is like, no, guys, we can fight this. They could, in fact, not. CC chain, very nicely done. This is a fed lethality Varus, so even if you're Poppy with your passive, you're still going to get blown up in a matter of seconds. This is really cute.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, here, Pace.
Not a difficult
have a snack.
Arrow to hit either. I mean, don't want to take anything away from Delight, but at the same time, this is just what Ashe offers you as Poppy Copter going to knock away the Meganar. That's pretty large as, okay, the huge burst though onto Peanut. He's going to be followed up on. Faker will have to pay the price as Owner gets the eye and gets the hell out of there. Not looking for any follow-ups where T1. Maybe it's just Annie. Uh-oh, Chovy. What's going on here? A immaculate stun might save him. Dodges the house as even Zeus has to flash away. As, okay, the chain's going to hit Chovy. The follow-up should be huge as there you go. The shots. 1, 2, 3 is blocked. And 4? No. Nice try.
Because unless you can match flashes, any form of CC from T1 kills you.
Oh, here we go again. Alley-ooped in, and Guma's just dead. Another cash in for Pays. Make that 3 in this game. Chovy in a little bit of trouble. The follow-up with the Cyclone might be enough to get him down, but Keria is zoned by the Chaos Storm. Doesn't matter. Owner is able to get the job done. They're trying to chase him down. Not sure about this one. Doran in a bit of trouble, but nearly able to take out the monkey on the backside of this one. Owner will just barely survive.
I'm a little scared by Pace.
Oh, look at this. Who's flanking who? We've seen this before. Zeus in a little bit of trouble, but there's the arrow straight into Faker, but not before he gets his stun off. He's alone in the front line, though. He's got Owner as they do come in from the jungle, but T1 are being pushed away. The Chaos Storm damage is massive as Owner goes a bit too deep along with his team, and Gen G will get a very nice trade in this weird scuffle in the bottom lane. Trying to group around mid, that's not doing too much, but I suppose it's getting a little bit of space for Doran to just push bot.
Okay.
As he probably should not have jumped in there. He's going to get walloped and killed. Oh, over the wall he goes as another house going to hit him, and now he's going to get behind his team and barely skirt away, but this is not really what you're looking for from a Baron push.
They saved Private Doran, though. He got out! Extraction successful, Valdez.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had to invest a lot of resources and also are wasting Baron buff, so it's not good. But they did get him out.
Still a nice power play, I guess. Could have been better, but
they might get this mid inner or an outer redder, but I don't know if that's really what you were hoping for. And I don't even know if they will.
I mean, the wave clear is decent. There's the arrow. Scary is just like, no thanks. I'm just going to flash it. Not interested in that, as Doran just a simple leap strike away. Zeus trying to 1v2 against the fed Victor and Peanut. Probably not the best angle, but...
And a minion in a dream.
Yeah, this will go down. There it goes. Mid-outer, finally claimed with this Baron buff. They did it.
Yeah, as you were saying, Val, that's not quite what you hoped for.
Zeus took a lot of damage in the trade as Faker just pushing forward, trying to stop the push once again. The scraps here of the Baron buff, you could say, still remaining. They're trying to make the most of it, are Gen G, but not going to get this inner just yet.
Owner is going to get spotted. They know about the flank. Yeah, he might have to give this one up.
TP from bot to mid, as Zeus is trying to group up with the team. Chovy, a slightly awkward spot, but it looks like Gen G will get the Drake with no problem, as that's the knockaway of the Annie. See you later, Faker, says Peanut. And yeah, it's just a pretty safe take. Void Staff going to be very important for Faker.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have any form of penetration so far, and he's the only AP source on his team, so if he wants to hit something with a lot of damage, and speaking of which, Peanut looks like he's burning down. Faker not going to take the chance as he flashes in. Peanut just caught in mid lane, and now Paze is getting run down. He's all alone, trying to trade it back. That's 2 free kills and maybe a bit more. As we do have the Cyclone into this backline, Owner's going way deep by himself. He's got a stopwatch though, and he should be totally fine. 2 kills on the board now for T1. Stellite, you know he's just looking for any angle he can find. Chovy, decent amount of damage already onto him. It is just the one dragon. Here comes Zeus though with the wraparound as the arrow gonna hit the clone. And no Poppy ultimate. This is going to be a potential fight angle for T1 as Meganar comes in, and the kiting from Carria's bullets is pretty strong, but T1 not finding an angle just yet. Tibbers is down and just zoning, and yeah, T1 not going to pull the trigger on this one.
Another heist. Gen G able to make their way out. And now the next Drake, whoever picks it up, will get that coveted Mountain Soul. Incredible amount of extra resistances. And for T1, this poses a problem. We will see Guma going towards the Cyrilda, getting closer to that now. Faker also has Void Staff available, but the damage of Zeus and Owner definitely not going to be nearly as relevant. Carrier in particular going to be extremely sad.
Yeah, just pick them, forehead. You know, like, what could go wrong? Faker in a little bit of trouble, though. He's getting alley-ooped. Then he can't get out. That's going to be Faker now getting caught as Doran in a bit of trouble, but he is Jax, and he's got a stopwatch. He is in a perfectly fine spot. Even hops forward as Owner's clone will bite the dust. Doran, though, not able to, go into this fight, and Perry is actually looking to snipe him out here. Not quite going to be able to, as the chase is on. Zeus trying to buy as much time as possible. Even will Meganar them out as Owner not long for this world. Oh, trying to turn it around, but GA is popped. And down will go the Wukong eventually. You'd have to imagine. Yep, there it is. Another stun, and the follow-up from the laser is enough. This is, okay, we have 6 elemental Drakes in the game. We are about to have number 7. Meganar is gone. Now, this down it goes. Doran's got a great position, too, just to prevent any flanks this time around. Chovy kind of covering the top side. And like I said before, as long as nobody gets picked and nobody gets out of position or flanked, Gen G will have the advantage here. As there we go, there's the arrow in, and Faker's gone. You don't have your Annie anymore. Now that's Mountain Soul to Gen G.
With the beefiness, Baron's still available for another minute. Gen G looking for the end.
Okay, they find Peas, and he really dies. Oh, man. That is the one guy that you cannot have picked, in fact.
Sums.
I mean, everybody can die to the damage as, okay, Carry is searching. He's going to hit a Poppy as TP in the mid. Going to prevent some backside, I guess. Here comes the arrow.
Oh!
It's going to hit him and deny this turret. That was a very long-range arrow as well.
Who actually has a way of getting out of the way for an arrow? It's Zeus and Owner, and that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it's got to be Owner. Oh, no. Here we go again. Peanut is caught, and down he will go. The jungler of Gen G is out of the game.
It keeps happening!
And here comes Owner. They're gonna get even more after this, as Chovy not sure about that one, as in he goes, down he will go, and Pays is just gonna get sniped by the Jin. That might just do it, guys. I don't know. Gen G are looking for some kind of escape. As Delight, he's got volleys for days, and that boomerang will miss, so it looks like Doran and Delight survive, but that is against 5 members at T1.
Why?
Well, 4.
Why? How is this happening again?
Teleport wards? What's gonna happen? Here comes Doran trying to frontline for his Ashe, and he's surviving quite a long time. The Zhonya's is buying time, and he gets out, but Owner won't have it. He will not have it. Down will go the turrets, as they gotta click on the Nexus, as Tibbers is just gone, but it doesn't matter. One auto will do it. T1 will take the game in 45 minutes. Chovy did the most damage by far, by the way. Didn't matter in the end.